base. Truth don't hide, it just waits for a face, Big footprints in a pine-slick path. Bob Lazar files with a government laugh. Court dates lost in a sea of red tape. We ain't 10-4, we just stay awake. True crime tales in a borrowed voice. We speak for the silence, not by choice. Got boots on the dirt and eyes on the skies, digging up stories they hoped would die. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Military broadcast, midnight run, teaching vets how to speak what the war's done. From trigger pulls to microphone stands, from combat zones to healing hands. Public records, missing names, unsealed files, classified games. We chase what's buried, not what trends, and we pray for light at the truth's deep end. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Some chase fame, we chase the facts. Some fold quick, we read the tracks. It ain't paranoia if it's always been there, and we ain't scared to lay it bare. Into the storm. We ain't perfect, but we were made for this form.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast here on Actually, we're not on military broadcast radio right now. Sorry, I'm used to that. We have veterans who are utilizing that platform right now, so we are coming from our channel only, but it will be uploaded to all of the sites. I did want to start out. We are going to only run about an hour because we have stuff to do. But before we get started, this is a missing person, Chanda Lore Sanders. She has been missing from Brownsville, Texas since July 13th, 2022. And there has been a possible sighting of her in Oklahoma City last year at the Smokapalooza, but it's not an absolute confirmed sighting. So please go to our community post and share that out.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we also have Shannon LaFleur. She has been missing since January 18th, 2025, and she went missing in Los Angeles. And both of these women are Native American women. And so please just share all this out. So we're going to get into it now.
How are you doing, Millennial?
Doing great. Ready to get into the weeds.
Yeah, let's get into the weeds, guys.
For joining us again.
We
just got to pull all this stuff up.
There you go.
Also, just a quick mention. To anybody who isn't aware, for whatever reason, we are not showing everything on the screen at the moment, and we're not putting everything else out yet. It will be out soon. Some people have raised some questions or doubts whether or not they're real. I feel like it'd be very bold of us to go and forge a bunch of government documents
and put them on military broadcast radio.
Yeah, and it's also been said that if they are real, we got them illegally. But there are these little things called FOIA requests, and anyone can do them. You can do them on anybody for any reason, as long as there's some sort of criminal record for them, then you can get a hold of it. So if I had a criminal record, you could get something on me, but the most you're going to find is a couple tickets. So,
and this one, actually, to clarify, this is from the Sunshine Law.
The Sunshine Law.
Because this is coming from the DOC. When it comes from the county, it is the Freedom of Information Act.
Okay. See, she's She's on it. I'm not. Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. Your mom knows Alora, but you don't. But I put out a video today with Amber's permission and Mandy's that shows screenshots of the goddess emails that we've already went over.
Yeah,
So
and
you can check those out there.
feel free
yeah, that's fine
to
to be out
release
there,
as many as you want, honestly. I mean,
I actually did watch the video right before we hopped on, so I think you did a good job with it. And I agree with you, Millennial. I do not think that person was a woman. I think that you must have just read husband when the outbound and might have just accidentally.
I think it just cemented in my head, and then so we don't know for sure, but there
More
are
than
some
likely.
Yeah,
it's probably a man.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay, so we're gonna start off. This is from 6/23/2021, and this is outbound,
and it's page
Gypsy.
776.
Page 776. So I'm up late. I can't get my mind to shut off. I'm thinking about the future. I know it's silly to think about things post-prison, but I'm so ready to get out of here. 6 years down and 2 more to go. I already have my dress out box waiting for me at home. I picked a pair of dark wash jeans, a white sweater, and tall black boots, which my father dubbed as stripper boots, LOL. Although I better slow down on the zippy cakes or my ass won't fit into those jeans, LOL. I'm a tiny bit curvy for a petite chick, boobs and ass for days. I bought a small wardrobe of clothes for when I get out. I have dresses, tops, even lingerie. I'm not sure why I bought that. I was just picking out things that I like in catalogs and decided to buy some things. After all, coming out for a whole new life, I needed a whole new wardrobe. I'm not going to say that I'm rich. I'm not, but my parents do make sure that I'm taken care of and don't go without. I live off of $200 a month, which is probably prison rich, but I just got a pay slot job making $15 a month for photography. I don't do the whole trick thing. I always was disgusted by women who use people for money. I am thankful for what I get, and I consider myself a rare breed of person because I'm not using others. I have a few friends here, and my bunkie, blank, has been my bunkmate for over a year. She is 56 and done 19 years so far for second-degree murder. And I can actually see the parole board with her a month apart, and our 85% mark is a month apart as well. We have a similar background with abuse. I consider my bunkie, moreover, my friend. I have another friend who is in the dog program, and she is the lead dog trainer. Her name is Blank. She has a murder charge, but like me, she did not commit the actual kill. Her and I have similar stories. Her boyfriend also killed her mom. However, unlike me, the courts fucked her over and slammed her with 2 life sentences, ran consecutive. My activities include some gym workouts. I stay in my room a lot, either watching TV or emailing. I do draw for fun. I'm not a huge novel reader, but I love self-help books or educational books that include facts. I do not have a girlfriend. Unlike the rest of the prison population, I'm sure you've heard of all of the gay relationships in here, LOL. I am bi-curious, but I lean a lot more towards men. My most significant relationship was with my ex-fiance, Ken. Our engagement was all over the news and online media. In October 2019, he ended the relationship after 2 years. A lot of factors played a role in the breakup, but the biggest was I don't think when he got with me, he really knew how having a relationship with someone locked up takes dedication and work. And I believe he did love me and still loves me to this day, but he wasn't strong enough to make it work with me. Since then, I've been single and trying to make the most of my life. It gets lonely in here, but I still find happiness in my everyday life. And I know this is only temporary.
Okay.
Someone asked, who is she writing this to? I don't know. They don't tell you who any of the people are, and you kind of have to use context clues, and there weren't enough in the interactions that it shows for me to be able to tell. But any thoughts there, Millennial, on one of the statements made in there?
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious that she has this whole idea that she doesn't take advantage of people for money.
Now,
what changed?
Yeah. So I do want to point out that this is 2021, and I believe that the emails that we were reading where she had the pay pig were from like 2023.
They were just before she got out while she was married to Ryan.
Yeah. So I haven't seen any other pay pigs, at least with the same dynamic. But we've also only gone through so much. So it's possible that maybe she hadn't used anybody in that way.
Amber did come across someone in Italy who was sending her money through Rachel Garlic. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to, do you have that pulled up right now? Or do you want me to get it? It was 7.
I don't have the page.
Hold on. It was, okay.
There was one other thing on this page. I just want to make sure it wasn't that important before we go.
Sorry.
Oh, there is one other thing on here that is on the same page. Can I just go over it real quick? It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
okay. So she starts talking about some of her friends, I believe. Let me find it. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit long. But is that the one?
It is the person from England. So
yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that this is the one where she says the thing about her the robbery. There we go. Okay. So I couldn't find the exact message where they asked all these questions, and also I don't really know much about the person that she's talking to anyway, so I don't think it's that important. But I just found that her response is kind of funny. Yes, I do like poetry. I read books of poems from the 1600s to the 1800s. They are all mostly in Old English, so I like to try to figure out the meaning. I have come to enjoy the challenge. Do you like more modern poetry or more classic? My favorite food is gumbo, considering that I'm from Louisiana. What about you? Favorite book? Well, book series is Harry Potter. I have a very eclectic taste in music, anything from Percy Sledge to Taylor Swift. I like country, rock, pop, and 90s alternative. I like One Republic, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Kane Brown, Miranda Lambert, Post Malone, The Weeknd, Breaking Benjamin, Seether, I Prevail, and Shine Down. Movies. I'm a huge geek. Star Wars is my shit. Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Twilight, any Marvel or DC Comics movie. Can I just say that I thought the last Avengers movie was so fucking badass. Woo! Deadpool is awesome too. I love his humor. I'm a gamer girl. My system of choice is the PlayStation. Let me guess, you're an Xbox guy? Oh, that's very sweet of you. Though I'm like 9 years older than you. Cougar status, what? LOL, totally kidding. I'm 28, but look 18. I did get your pick. You're cute and you have a sexy smile. You probably get all the chicks climbing on you. Don't play. Are you more of an introvert? If you are, listen to these songs. Broken by Lovely the Band and Cool Kids by Echo Smith. I just love those. I'm very quirky and dance to the beat of my own drum.
She sure does.
I'm very selective of my friends. My circle is super small. I have 3 best girlfriends, all of whom I met in here. Blank is the one who gets my crazy. She robbed a sex shop, stealing a glow-in-the-dark dildo. LOL. We are the outcasts of life. Then there is Blank, who is the one who has been my level-headed balancer. She was here for drugs, but after her release, she got out and changed her life for the better and is now happily married, and she's pregnant with her 2nd child since being released. I am the godmother to the 2-year-old daughter. I feel like that's probably Rachel Garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the sweet, innocent, and just too tender-hearted for this cold world, Blank. She's probably the most sensitive and thoughtful of all 3. She just got out about 2 months ago, and she's starting her life over sober from drugs. June 26th will make 5 years since I've been locked up, with a total of 4 years in prison, 3.5 more to go. Next year in December, I will have my first parole hearing, and that's when I'll learn my actual release date. The absolute earliest that I can be paroled is 12/28/23. I've had decent behavior in here. I've gotten quite a few write-ups in here, though, or here and there for little shit, but nothing bad enough to go to segregation. I've even lived in an honor dorm before, which is a privileged wing for inmates with good behavior. And then it completely cuts off.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I just thought some of that stuff was interesting. It doesn't really add anything, but I just love the I'm not like other girls mentality.
Oh my God. Yeah.
She sounds like me when I was like 13, but like I was like 13,
right.
not 28.
Right. And you didn't murder anyone.
Yeah, I feel
that
like
you know of.
I feel like her mentality has always been like around 14, 15, something like that.
Definitely the way that she acts. Yes, I would definitely agree.
Okay, so go to page 681.
Okay.
And there's quite a bit on 681, and so we'll just read it all that I have. Let's see. So I think that's the one where we're looking for the one where she's talking about dating a guy in the group.
681 starts on August 2020 for y'all in the chat.
August 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I know you told me what I'm looking for, but whoops. Sorry about that all. It's really hard. Once you guys get a hold of the documents, we'll see what we're talking about. Everything's completely out of order. And
right here.
It's really small. Okay.
So this is 8/8/20.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
gotcha.
I can't see it over there. Yeah.
Hey, Blank. I could really use a good friend right about now. So I've just been dumped. After my relationship with my ex-fiance Ken ended in October of last year, I started dating blank blank from the group. No one knew about our relationship. It was kept very private He had been a supporter for a long time, but he and I only started talking once I was single again, and we had a pretty good connection. But I screwed up getting into another relationship too fast and wasn't ready when he was to move forward. It took me about 8 or 9 months to be able to completely let go of my ex, and I had been pushing blank away because I knew I wasn't fully ready to give my heart away again. Anyways, I told Blank about my difficulty moving on, and he felt like second best, so he left me for it. We went a month without talking and then talked for a few weeks, and then we started to argue about the things I said to him, referring to when I confessed that I wasn't fully over my ex. So yesterday, Blank finally just told me that he just can't let go of the things I said. Even if I am over my ex now, it still doesn't take back what I said and how it hurt him. We currently aren't speaking, and this is the second time I've been dumped in under a year. I'm just so hurt because I have now moved on from my ex, but it's too late. Blank says that he feels like we need to go our separate ways, not forever, but this is not something that can be fixed right now. I asked him if he wanted to be here for my release day, and he isn't saying yes, and he isn't saying no to that question. I'm at a point I have given it all to both relationships, maybe a little late in Blank case, but I gave it all and I got it and it wasn't enough. Every time I feel I can love someone and that person love me and trust that person fully, I get my heart so broken. I'm just really done with all relationships right now.
Mm-hmm. Go to the next one.
Hey, Gypsy. We haven't talked in a while. I hope everything is going well with you. Life has been busy for me. I miss talking to you. I debated messaging you about this, but I decided to. There's been some buzz in Facebook groups recently regarding a guy who says he's talking to you. Blank is his name. My intention is not to overstep or seem rude, but he seems a little odd and a little obsessed. Otherwise, I think he does seem nice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with someone who gives you attention as long as it is positive and makes you feel good. But as a friend, I just wanted to say to be cautious. You're very smart and make good decisions on your own. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to him or telling you what to do. Just listen to your head and heart. If you want to chat soon, let me know. Hugs.
Then go to the next one.
Okay. Hey, thanks for the concern. All that is going on with the whole Blank thing is my best friend Blank is in some of the groups and she befriended Blank. She mentioned that he had been trying to send me an autograph from a play of Cinderella, and so I reached out via email and he sent it to me. He and I have emailed briefly only like a handful or so of times, and then he asked if there was any way we could talk over the phone. So I called him and had a nice conversation, and that's all. I know he is mentally disabled, so I'm trying to handle the situation delicately. I am careful, though.
Mm-hmm. And then, let's see. The person responds, just good that you're doing that. Okay. So go to this one right here. I think.
You sure?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
that one.
To clarify,
This is outbound, and what date is it?
2/10/2021. So this is quite a bit after all
And this
those
is
messages.
681 still.
681.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To clarify, she has sent me money, including the money sent from other people in other countries that I don't know how to use JPay, so they send their okay, sorry, hold up. Let me reread that. Do we know who this is talking about?
No.
Okay. To clarify, she has sent me money, including the money sent from people in other countries that don't know how to use JPay. So they send her the money and they send it to me through her JPay account. My friend in Italy has sent her money quite a few times for me. So I never denied any of that. Unfortunately, when talking to my sister Blank a few days ago, there was a misunderstanding between us about the money part of the issue. I was not only wanting my sister to explain that I am not comfortable with the merchandise. There are so many misunderstandings between all of us. I just talked to Blank on the phone about an hour ago, and she and I cleared things up, and now she's aware that I want all the videos that are taken or that are about me taken down in her page to be just about her. There'll be no further updates on me, no emails from me, nothing but her life, which is what I asked her to do 2 weeks ago, but she misunderstood me when I asked that of her.
Okay. And then,
And that being in 2021, when did she say that she had
I don't
from the
remember.
original
That
one
sounds like-
chat? I'm sorry.
Sounds like it's about Rachel Garlick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's another one about Rachel here.
okay. I'm
What
trying
were
to
you trying to think
remember.
of, Laura?
Huh?
What were you trying to think of?
So in the first thing that I had read where she said that she wasn't taking money from anybody, was that 2020 or was that 2021? I can't remember.
I think
Go
it
ahead,
was
take my point.
2021.
I can't remember.
So that's what I was trying to ask. I'm trying to figure out if she's taking money from people in Italy at the same time. Okay, so that was 2021, the Italy thing.
I think so. It's on page 681. So
Okay. 681.
right there.
Yeah, it's February 10th, 2021.
Okay, February 10th, 2021. And then let me just punch in my thing real quick. Sorry, guys. We're a bit of a mess today trying to figure out where we're all at. Okay.
We figured we'd just give you some nuggets tonight since we're all really busy and we didn't want to leave you hanging. So
Okay. And that is June 23rd, 2021. So what did I just say the other one was? August. Wait, what? Can people in chat keep more track of what I'm saying than I can say? What did I say that the first one was? And then this second one is now June 23rd, 2021. Anyone in
The
chat?
other one we were looking at was sometime in 2021 because we were comparing that to the fact that she was tricking in 2023.
Okay, someone remember June 6th. I don't even. Does anyone in chat know? I can't remember numbers to save my
I
life.
can't either.
Okay.
Just
so,
read it. Okay.
There's nothing to read now because we're back at the first message. So that was in 2021. And then the other one was, what was the number of the page?
681 at the bottom.
681. I'm sorry, anyone watching replay, you're probably like, why is everyone so stupid right now? 681.
When you
Well,
see
we
these
just read
documents,
2/10, 2021.
2/10, 2021. Okay.
Mhm.
So it was just a couple months of difference. So maybe she met the Italian friend like a little
I
bit.
think she
before
just
that.
tells people different stuff.
yeah, I think so too.
I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but okay.
I know
yeah.
you are, but I'm going to come in with reality.
Okay. I like to play devil's advocate just in case
I
anybody
getcha,
tries to
yeah.
make an argument.
So 682. Let's look at that one real quick.
682. Okay, cool.
This is about Rachel. It's on 2/8/21.
2/8/21.
I think it's the first
Okay.
one.
I'm just looking. This is 2/8/21 right here.
Oh, okay.
First one's
Yep,
in
that's
down.
it.
Okay.
The second one.
Hi, Gypsy. I'm sorry to hear about you and Blank. I found her TikTok fairly recently. I've watched some of her video. Are you sure that's the right one?
It's the first one, right? Read
Okay.
the first one. Wait.
Sorry, guys. This one's a little rough.
This one right here. Sorry.
Okay.
The outbound one.
You're positive?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
positive. Which one is, what date is it?
2/10/2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Outbound. Thank you for reaching out and trying to help the situation. My issue is Blank is seeing one perspective, and I and others in the parole board sees a different perspective. She and I had our fun with the Q&A videos at first. Then things took a turn when Blank was threatening to get me in trouble for the videos. I asked Blank to take down everything that regarded me, and she didn't. I had someone look today at her page, and all those past videos about me are still up. The merchandise was a bad idea altogether. It looks like I'm proud of my crime. Her selling stuff reflects negative on me. How do you think my mother's side of the family feels about her murderer's friend selling t-shirts and merchandise? People don't think that. Blank didn't think about that, and neither did I at first. And every day that passes and her page revolves around me, I get more and more upset at the parole board in 10 months. Or I see the parole board in 10 months. My focus needs to be on my freedom. I'm sure it wasn't meant with ill intent, and I know it wasn't, but for the love of God, I just want her to wipe her page clean of me because it has caused too many problems for me already. Again, I'm not accusing her of keeping money. I'm saying that it isn't looking at it from the perspective of someone, say, like my aunt, my uncle, my grandpa. My crime hurt people, and I'm trying to make amends and not create any more pain for them. And then it cuts off the rest of the message.
Okay.
Also, something I want to note, she doesn't use very good punctuation. Her grammar's pretty good, but the punctuation's really bad. And that's why I keep tripping myself up, because it looks like it should be the end of a sentence and then it keeps going.
But it's funny when she starts writing Melissa Moore.
Yeah.
Her everything is so much better.
So much better.
So much better.
Yeah, she must have a proofreader there. And when she gets upset, her spelling starts going downhill.
I'd say that too. But I mean, everything for the most part makes sense. But a lot of people that are plenty intelligent have problems with punctuation. So I'm not knocking anybody for that. That's the reason why I keep tripping myself up. Okay, what else?
So we can start talking about Dawn. We found a couple of messages about Dawn, didn't we?
Yes, I did. Okay, so Dawn is going to start at 5:21. Although I can't see the first message that Dawn sent. I went up and down the page a couple times and even went on like the pages surrounding it, and I couldn't figure out which one was the first message sent from Dawn Boker. But from context clues, it seems like she reached out to Gypsy, and it took Gypsy a while to respond.
That's true on Anarchy Faye.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out which one this is real quick. Okay. Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? I'm sorry it's taken me a little while to respond. At first, I didn't know how to take you, but I can see that you reached out with pure intentions. First, I would like to say that I'm sorry for the emotional or mental abuse by Nick. I know all too well what it's like. Everything from getting called a bitch, slut, or stupid when you forget to capitalize the N in his name, claiming that you disrespected him, to his threats of rape and murder that he blames on darker parts of himself. I've experienced it all. When news got back to me from friends and strangers telling me about you, the speculation was that you was his new woman. I didn't care. I'm very much over Nick and his games. So news, however true or false, didn't faze me. My only concern was your well-being, as I know him, and I know how he can make you feel like both of you have a connection, whether it be as friends or as more, to make you feel like you need him. And then when the real him shows and the abuse starts, you think you can save him, but you see that it was my mistake. There is no saving from somebody, or there's no saving someone that oh my goodness. There is no saving someone that mentally twisted and depraved. He is beyond all help. In the 4 years since my life changed forever, I have come to accept and cope with the trauma of the past. I'm in a good place now. I'm engaged to the man that I owe all the credit in the world to for standing by my side through the many hardships that will come with me, both personal and public. My fiance's name is Ken. He is 26. He has a stable job working as the manager of a bar/restaurant establishment in downtown Seattle. He and I have been together for almost 2 years, and we are getting married in January. The decision to get married at this time in my life was not the plan 4 years ago. I thought I would do my 10-year bid single and only have my father and stepmother as my support. Then in September 2017, my world changed again, this time for the better, when the sweet, handsome, full of life and excitement guy came to visit me after 4 months of writing and hours talking over the phone. 30 minutes into the visit, he kissed me and it felt real. And from that moment on, he had my heart, and every day after that, he's been showing me more and more that he is the man that I want to spend the rest of my life with. He never has called me outside of my name. He has never put me down or degraded me. He always tells me he loves me, always encourages me to find my own self, and that there is support to me in all my decisions. He accepts my past and baggage and all the baggage that it brings, but only sees my best qualities. He protects but doesn't dominate, and to him, I am not below nor above him, but rather his equal. I've been broken, but I have been rebuilt stronger than ever, and so are you. Never let Nick or anyone break you. You found good people to confide in. Blank has a good heart, and she'll be there for you if you need someone. As for Blank, I do not talk with her much. Oh, as for Fancy, I do not talk with her much, as I am not supportive of her by proxy series. To me, every reporter, every talk show host, every movie writer is just one to cash in on more of the fame at the price of my emotional healing. That is why I have chosen to step out of the media spotlight. And having declined interviews for almost 2 years, the last one I did was in November of 2017. Then I hit a point that I needed to move on from the past. It is probably the only one who shares my wishes to move forward and heal from everything, choosing to put an end to the constant media circus. At least when these TV shows and movies air, you'll have a good man. I will have a good man who will be my support. It is your choice if you wish to help Fancy's project. However, I made my choice and I choose a small normal life as someone blank. So I love how it actually doesn't even blank out Fancy on that one.
Yeah, it misses a lot of actual
It's probably because they just
names.
thought it was
Yeah.
adjective and not
Probably.
yeah.
I would hate to have the actual job of doing this.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a couple more messages between her and Dawn. Okay. I think this is from Dawn. 7/03/2019. Hello, Gypsy. How are you? I'm doing better and healing emotionally from Nick now that I cut off communication with him. The team of girls at By Proxy are so very sweet to me. They have rallied around me. I know and understand if you don't want to be in the spotlight. Also, she says very different things now, for the record. Anyway, just know that the women who are working on this project are very, very beautiful souls. I've never in my life seen such strong, beautiful souls. They all just want the best for you. I know that's what they want for me also. So I just wanted to let you know. Also, I am really not doing this to be in the spotlight either. I just want to make sure people know who Nick really is, and how he can manipulate and twist women into feeling sorry for him. I literally worshipped him and loved him with all my heart. He belittled me and made me feel so stupid and unworthy at times. Everything always had to be about him. Now he is teamed up with blank blank and having a smear campaign all over Facebook about me. She has harassed me and stalked me and bullied me so much. It's mind-boggling how obsessed with this whole case and the people in it she is. I'm not going to allow it to stop me from making people finally see the real blank. The real Nick and his wannabe alters. I just wanted to tell you that I can't say I know how you feel about what happened to you as a child, but I do know what it's like to have a mom not be a mom like she should. My mom isn't the greatest either. She neglected us, horrible for a man. We lived with no running water, going to the bathroom in a bucket. I was riddled with lice and fleas, going to the doctor a lot for having cockroaches embedded in my ears. My mom chose men over her children so many times. Her longtime boyfriend. I don't think I'm going to read all of this.
Yeah, just leave that. Why don't we go to 152?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I don't feel comfortable reading this.
Mhm.
It's just someone opening up to Gypsy.
Dawn opening up to
Gypsy. And basically belittling her own problems in comparison to Gypsy's. But
It's sad how often we see people writing and talking about horrific abuse, horrific trauma and tragedy, and they're like, but I know it's nothing compared to what you go through, and it's sad. It is sad to hear you.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry to cut that off.
No, that's all right. 152.
152.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you back after barking at something outside?
Oats, oats.
Yes. Here's my little man's. He says hello. This is a little big on him. This is his harness. Okay. There's my baby. Okay.
Have a good day, Cherokee.
You said 152?
Yeah, 152.
So this is July 2019.
Okay.
She would be with Ken there, I guess. Ken.
Is that the first one?
Gosh.
It
Okay,
looks like an email to Keen.
Okay, is that the first one? Millennial.
The first one
About
looks like an
Dawn.
email to Keen.
Okay, I'm looking for the one that's talking about Dawn.
It mentions fancy. They don't have Francesca blacked out in the first one.
Oh, yeah, here it is. This one,
Okay,
yeah.
so it is the 1st
Mhm.
one. Sorry,
Yeah, they
guys.
don't even have Dawn blacked out there either
Yeah.
Wow.
in the
But
first
yeah,
one.
the way this is set up is so whack. It's
Mhm.
hard to even like mark your spot or anything, even if you keep good notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good morning, the love of my life. Virtual kisses, XOXOXO. So you're about to read this huge email, okay? Okay, here we go. First, I love you. Second, I want to give you some insight into my thoughts about the drama revoking around me, you, Francesca, and blank, as well as the rest of the bullshit misfits. Baby, I'm growing overly tired of the bi-weekly drama. I'm not happy in my life. I frequently miss my old life, and that should speak volumes. I have very little patience for people who want to use me or my past to gain fame and attention for themselves, and I do not have the mindset of ain't nobody got to tell me what to do. However, this constant arguing with blank and other goons of drama queens is not only putting me in a bad mood, but I feel myself heading into a depression. Saturday is my birthday, and I have not an ounce of excitement or happiness. The past few weeks have been stressful. I found myself crying more. I would love to tell you. I have a grip on myself, but I would be lying. Or I would love to tell you that I have a grip on myself, but I would be lying. Everything is spiraling out of control. Everywhere I turn is someone saying something untrue about me or is out to use me for a pretty penny. Every day I wake up and wonder, when will this end? I am making a decision and hoping that you will be in sync together, that you and I will be in sync together and choose to ignore all of it. I do not need to communicate with blank nor anyone involved. I love blank. However, she relays a lot of information I don't want to hear about, like telling me that the Dr. Oz show wants to do another segment and would fly them out to New York again, this time taking Dawn Boker. So she explains how crazy blank is. Something that needs no explanation. Things, I guess that was Nick. Something that needs no explanation. Things that get under my skin, like, bitch, who are you? But someone latching yourself onto the story because you were blank playing off of the month. Take a number. I'm not sure.
She's talking about Dawn here, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Plaything of the month. Okay, sorry. Take a number. I'm sure you're not the only one, and trust me. Anyway, so she was talking mad shit to Dawn when she was super nice
Yeah.
to Dawn, and she's talking shit about Dawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Like, bitch, who are you? But someone latching onto the story because you were blank plaything of the month. Take a number. I'm sure you're not the only one, and trust me. Anyway, blank is family, and I do call her on the regular, but that's going to change soon. I won't cut blank out of my life, but I won't be calling her every week either. I'll call every once in a while to check up on the family. As for blank doing interviews and articles, she's going to do what she's going to do. And I'll make that bargain with her that if she leaves our relationship out of the public eye, we will leave her series alone. This story is legendary and will be talked about for years to come. This is something we need to accept. However, you and I can live a normal life together outside of the hype. How? By choosing to ignore. I am not doing any more interviews. I am coming home to you in just a few years. I honestly, from my heart, want to live in Austin. New Orleans is nice. However, the city itself is below sea level. And in 10 to 20 years, we'll be underwater from climate change. It's not the best to raise a family. Thinking about my future and the future for us as a couple, I feel like I am making the right and true to my heart decisions. Having you here by my side physically is the only thing that fills my heart with joy. I cannot express how lonely it is on a daily. I go through the motions here, wake up, go to school, go to work, eat, sleep, or do everything over again the next day. The only happiness that I have is with you, and even that has been under threat. I'm so protective of you. I will take on anyone and fight blindly as I fight with my heart. I'm sorry if I disappointed you when I sent those emails. However, it's only because I love you and no one is going to talk shit about my bae. If blank can keep a deal, then that shit won't happen again. I ask you, please do not entertain the drama, and neither will I. I hate that our conversations are mostly about blank this and blank that.
Okay, I want to address something real quick. Rena, you have not done your research. You know nothing. So,
hold up. I didn't even get to.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. The DOC knows exactly who I am and they know where to find me. So I've been in communication with them for over a year. So
Is Rena or Gypsy?
I have no idea, but good try.
Talking to people, you even sent one of the ladies flowers, didn't you?
Yeah, but that wasn't at the DOC.
Oh, well, whatever. Oopsie daisy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have actually been down to the DOC personally. So,
anyway, what else are we getting into? Are we going to read more from this page?
Okay, let's go to, it looks like it's on page 146.
That one's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
146.
And it's talking about Easter. So
I'm looking.
Which one are you looking for?
Don't say it.
The furry thing?
Or say it.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I remember what you're talking about now. Trying to find it with you.
Gotta build suspense. No.
I feel like it was a shorter message.
A shorter message.
Where did it go?
Saying if you find it, feel free to read it, Millennial, because I am messing these up. I'm sorry, guys, and I'm sorry to the people who try to clip this.
Yeah, hey, we're doing what we can.
In a couple weeks, it'll all be out, and then you guys can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm trying to find it. Where'd it go?
She's talking about Easter, so it would be around April. Yeah, because it's April at that time.
Gonna be outbound. I'm not seeing.
Trust me, y'all. You'll want to hear this. It's worth what we're looking for.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, it's on page 147. It's a second message. You want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh God. Oh. Actually, Laura, you want to read that? No.
Yeah, sure. I got you.
Okay.
I don't care. It's a second message in the white.
Yeah, this is April 19th, 2019.
And page 147.
Yes.
That some bunny is me. The first Easter home, I'm walking around the house with nothing but pink lace panties, bunny ears, and a bunny butt plug furry tail. I'll be your Playboy bunny for the day. Happy Easter, XOXOXO. I love you, hubby.
Yeah. I believe that was to Ryan. I mean, not Ryan. Ken.
I was like, really?
Ken. Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
So, and then she recommends that he listens to Not Afraid Anymore by Halsey. She has quite, and then Helium by Sia. She has a very very radio playlist music taste. Interesting.
Okay. Do you guys want to?
Is there anything else interesting?
There's something on here about the trust fund and fancy. On this page.
Hold up, real quick. Inbound, babe. Oh. What?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Don't read it?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway. Babe, I just fucking love you so goddamn much. Heart. You're just my everything. Don't change one thing. And that was from Ken. And then he says, the things you do to me are just crazy. I have to actively stop myself from thinking about you. Just 2 fingers? I don't know, babe. I want you all to my tongue. Wink, wink.
Ew.
Oh.
I don't see where she says something about 2 fingers. But sorry, I'm all like hunched over. It's hard for me to see this stuff.
Okay. Do you want to bring anything up that you saw?
Yeah. Outbound. I love the video, baby. I love you too. God, you were so sexy. Rawr. Me making that meowing sound. LOL. XOXOXO. I hate that I'm so vulnerable to you. Late at night, I crave your lips. And it is in that moment that I realized just how good our first kiss really was. Sighs and smiles like a star-crossed lover. XOXO. I love you. Huh?
Go ahead.
I love you, but I'm going to give you space. If you want to go fuck around, go ahead. I don't care. From Gypsy. It literally says dash Gypsy. And then it says, I love you, one and only. Hurry up to get here so I can lick your face. XOXO
Okay,
dash wifey.
What did you want to say, Millennium?
There's one above where you started on June 24th, 2019, outbound from Gypsy. Yes, I'll marry you if you marry me. Smiley face. I'll write you a letter soon, babe. Missing you. Have a good week at work, honey. As XOXO.
Yeah, I saw that and I was wondering about that. I was like, was that like an actual
proposal or just
who
knows? Because they were calling each other wifey and hubby.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
She wants a clawfoot tub in addition to her shower. Okay. Darling, I have a request for our future home. I want us to have, in addition to a shower, I want a clawfoot bathtub. Showers are nice, but a clawfoot tub is the most relaxing for a long day at work, as well as a few sensual baths together. I'm missing you every second basis.
Okay, so that, to me, if she was a person who was triggered, that would be a trigger for her, a clawfoot tub, because of what she said about her grandfather and her mother.
Right. You would think.
Everyone's different.
I found a weird one here where she uses her own name in the third person. They didn't black it out because it's her name, I guess.
Okay.
June 11th, 2019. My dear best friend's future hubby boo thing.
I see that.
Well, I'm just playing around on my friend's tablet and your name is all over it. LOL. Thought I'd drop a line and say hi. I'm proud of you guys for staying tough in a rough time. Love is what it's all about. Gypsy loves you so much, and I love Gypsy, so therefore I love you too. You'll always have a friend in me, as they say in Toy Story. But it's true, we're like family now. Okay, well, good talk. Take care, be cool, and send Gypsy a shirtless pic, please. She has been dying for one, your friend. So Gypsy was on, what? Someone else was on Gypsy's tablet messaging Ken? I don't know.
Yeah, somebody was on her tablet.
Oh, okay. I was confused for a minute.
I just see something about where, what does this even say? Outbound. This is on 7/3/2019. Oh, that's my baby. A bunch of X's and O's. I was so sad I hadn't heard from you, and I was even a little worried, but I'm relieved, and that is all great. I'm really happy that you're going to the game. That's cool. I'll keep watch and see if they air it on TV and try to spot you like I always do. LOL. I'll call you Monday afternoon, hun. P.S. The only reason I'd ever look like that again is if my girl was Kendra and I had to be the man in the relationship. Wink. Other than that, stuck with your frizzy haired, always doing her makeup in some kind of new way that the fashion mags show are. Holy shit. No punctuation here. Mag show or soaking her pasty naked ass in a honey milk bath because it's good for the skin. Girly girl wifey. I love you, handsome. XOXOXO. I miss you too. YEW, by the way. Bunch of W's. Good night, hubby. Kisses your wifey. PPS. Go Mariners. Go get him, Tiger. Slaps your ass. I've done those role play asterisks and parentheses since I was about 13. So it's really interesting.
So cringe.
It's really interesting to see all that.
So cringe.
So, I mean, hey, teach their own. I'm not knocking it, but.
So there's an interesting one on page 150. It's the very first one. And she's talking about how wishes she had never met Ken before. You can go ahead and read that one if you want.
It starts right here?
Yeah.
Okay. My dearest blank, I don't think I've ever experienced this kind of pain before. I guess this is what a broken heart feels like. I regret the day that I wrote you back. I wish I had slapped you when you kissed me. I wish I never fell for you. I gave you every bit of heart, and it all led up to this. 5 months before I came your wife, and you as my husband, we break up. Break up on the day that I met your mom, all because of how everyone else feels about our relationship choices, and because I know it in my heart that you are ready to be done with me. I still love you and want to be with you when you get out. That's the sentence that told me everything I needed to know. So no, I'm not changing my mind. I just did what you wanted but couldn't. You have been distant. I understand processing things, but if one of us if one of us did us in, it's more you because you have let the 15-minute restriction break us. Yesterday didn't go quite how I expected. I thought that I would get your mother's blessing, and I didn't. No big surprise. I guess I'm just not the girl you take home to mama. I told you you should be dating a prissy blonde bimbo. Everyone will love and accept that. The visit wasn't bad. In fact, we had a lot of fun talking. Even the stories of you as a child are so adorable. I even think back then, as kids, we probably would have been sweethearts. But the conversation turned sour when the topic of our long-term relationship was talked about. I can see why you didn't want this visit to happen. Sorry, I'm choking. Oopsie. She said she feels that we were foolish and immature for our choice to get married now. And she says that love is the last reason why we should be marrying. And then asked if a public retraction can be made to take back that we are getting married. She wants me to get out and date other men, which is, to me, not something normal that approving mom says on her son's fiance. So I guess that was her way of saying that she doesn't want me with you. What I learned yesterday is that I don't belong anywhere. I thought our relationship and everything surrounded it was meant to be, but now I'm feeling that it might not be true. Please do not say anything to your mother. I am just going to fade out of the picture. Blank, just because we are not a couple does not mean that I am not in love with you. I am in love with all of my heart. The almost 2 years of being yours was amazing. I have never felt more happiness when you have brought into my life. I felt a connection with you beyond anything I have ever experienced. You have shown me what real love is. I felt loved, accepted, protected, and happy. The level of acceptance and understanding that you gave to me was incredibly kind. I just want you to know that the love I felt and continue to feel for you has always been true and will always remain in my heart. I was so ready to become your wife. I had everything of mine labeled with your last name. I had 2 teddy bears made ready to give you on our wedding day, bride and groom bears. 2 years of knowing you was enough for me to know that you were the one. I know about your past mistakes, your present growth, and I wish I could be there to experience your future. You really was the world to me. Everything was centered around our relationship, our future, our plans, what we will do together, our dogs and kids' names. It was always us. And every time I would talk about when I'm free, it was always when we get out. Call me codependent, call me foolish, call me crazy. At the end of the day, I'm just a woman in love. And then it also says outbound. Don't read my breakup email. Just ignore it and hit delete. Okay, babe.
She has sent so many long dramatic emails that are different versions of that every few months. It seems like
Every couple of days.
Like I'm tripping up. Like all the words are jumbled, and she's very emotional. I get it. Prison would make me more emotional. I need to drink a water.
I can't stop laughing. All that. Don't read that. Delete, please.
There was one about, she's talking about how she doesn't want to be a partier. She doesn't want the party life. And it's on this page somewhere.
Also, real quick, gotta address something. When I got home today, my dad said, "You lied to them." He said, you lied to them.
You need to print a retraction.
You need to print a retraction, and you need to apologize to everyone because you said that you've never spoken to anyone like this before. And then he said, my ex and I used to talk like this. I really don't think you did.
Did
Not
you
at
call us
all.
Foley for soulmate?
No.
Okay, then you're good.
No. So he told me that I needed to say that. So I just wanted to say that. I don't think that I've ever spoken to anyone about that, but I was also a child. So
Called out by dad.
called out by dad, and I called myself out. So anyway, regardless. Okay.
So guys, like literally there's the email that Laura read, and then there's don't read my breakup email, just ignore it and hit delete, okay, babe. And then the one right before that, let me check real quick and see if they're the same dates, is a long dramatic email Yeah, same dates, next day. A long dramatic email she sent after saying delete the other one. It's along the same tone. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's actually talking about the wild party days isn't something she wants to experience, but I can't find where it is right there. It's somewhere in there.
Does anyone in chat know when she started dating Ryan? Not when she started talking to Ryan, but when her and Ryan were official.
I think it was 2021, but I don't know for sure.
So
Do you mind if I read this email, Amber? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one that's right underneath that one, like I was just talking about on 8.5, has some important stuff, I think. It says, Lover, I first want to begin this email by saying I love you, and that never changed. But a lot of confusion has happened over the last few days, and I just need to know what's the same and what has changed. I need to know where we stand on things because being unsure is not something I am comfortable with. Are we together or not? Are you still moving here or not? Because if not, that answers the first question. Are we even still engaged? I want you to know that you in no way hold me back or hinder me from anything. I feel people forget my age and they do not realize that I am ready to settle down, especially when I'm home. The wild party days is not something I'm into experiencing. I want to start focusing on building a family, and I thought that was what you wanted also.
Mhm.
All this talk about you backing off and being Mr. Selfless is stupid. You have been selfless this whole time. I thought we made plans together. I thought we wanted the same things. Maybe I am alone. Maybe I am at your level or not at yet. Just a week ago, I thought we were going to move to Liberty, Missouri in October, and we could start to rebuild our communication again. I thought you were going to move to Liberty, Missouri in October, and we would start to rebuild our communication again. We were thinking about picking out a dog other than our baby Balto to keep you company until I come home to you. And then was going to take the leap of trust together and get married legally because 1, I love you and am ready to be all yours officially. And 2, we have to be married for me to home plan to you. So no matter what, a ceremony in here will have to happen before I see the parole board. Then we just live our lives together as best we can, supporting one another throughout the rest of my time. And then I'll finally be home with you. This is what would make me happy, in all caps. I understand that you are not like me in the sense that I don't give a rat's ass about having or not having the approval of others. Both our families have stated they prefer us to wait, but would accept our decision because we are two adults. Neither will disown us for choosing to marry. What is this, the 1400s? Your friend talked about codependency. Yes, I am codependent in nature and will always be so. If it's not you that I grasp onto, it will be someone else. Not limited to a romantic relationship, it could be a friend as well. It's a blessing that I have someone that treats me right because there are a lot of others that wouldn't. My codependent ways will lead me to some hole in the ground if I lose you. I don't say this to frighten you. I'm only being honest. If we break up, I will somehow find the worst guy that makes blank, Nick, look like a huggable cuddle muffin and hook up with some dude who beats me on the daily. Because that's what I seem to gravitate towards because it's familiar. How I got a good guy currently is beyond me. I've been taken advantage of by everyone in my life. I'm not trying to be Miss Pity Party over here. I'm just making a point. I am a target for bastards, and I'm blinded by it in the moment because I want to be loved. All the therapy in the world won't fix that. You're the first man to be good to me, and it is a healthy, positive influence. Something pulled us together. Call it fate, but it happened, and now I am, if I still have you, am the happiest woman I've ever been. For the first time ever, I have someone to be emotionally attached to that is good for me and who actually loves me. Relationships are codependent in themselves. Marriages are 50-50. Children are made 50-50. It's a partnership of dependency and is perfectly healthy if the relationship is healthy. Am I wrong? And everyone in life is dependent. Why? Because we are human. And in nature, we gather in groups because and then it's cut off.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she's really trying to dominate Ken into marrying her there.
Mhm. Yeah, she needs everything set up so that she can get out and live her life. And if it wasn't going to be Ken, it was going to be Ryan or somebody else. It was just a matter of who was the flavor of the month.
Yeah, and she says, you've got to marry me before I see the parole board. And that was, very all caps. And I think it was all caps. I said what sentence was all caps when I was reading it.
Yeah. Well, that's enough for to digest tonight because we all have to do something. But I don't know when we're going to come back again. I know you have some things to do, Millennial.
I could do earlier in the day tomorrow, but I do have things tomorrow evening.
Okay.
I work earlier tomorrow.
Well, Millennial and I might just get on and do something. There's plenty to go through. Yeah, and your husband just said she manipulates, but it's at a preteen level.
It's like, how did these men find this attractive? Like, even a woman that's throwing herself at you, like, there's a lot of people that will do that don't talk like that. I don't know.
It's really strange. I kind of understand some of them that are emailing her because we're making the assumption that they appear to have some maybe deficiencies or mental illness. But I don't know what to say about Ryan and Kian.
I think they have some emotional deficiencies, probably.
Yeah. They just seem like to have an IQ at least of a level enough to see through it, and they choose not to, probably like you were saying, emotional deficiencies. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you, Millennial, for coming on tonight. And I will talk to you later about what time we want to do tomorrow. But let's just say thank you to everybody.
So we got some new members. We got Renee D. Also, thank you, Cherokee Girl, for your continuous stream of memberships that you like to bless people in the chat with. I don't know if it was you or someone else, but I actually got gifted a membership to our channel. So thank you for that. I feel like I'm in some sort of an in club now. Okay, thank you, McCatherine. Again, we've been seeing you the last few streams. It's been really good getting to know you and getting to talk to you and see some of your messages. But thank you for all of your great work from me and Sergeant Major Semper Fi. Thank you again, Cherokee Girl. And thank you again, Cherokee Girl. Lisa Marie, thank you so much. Thank you for reading these on live streams. I love being able to listen while I cook, clean, and do laundry. I would never have time to read them myself, and neither do we.
Yeah, honestly.
And thank you, Crystal. Hoping you remember is I know the secret. You're wanting to be my goddess. We laughed about this in the comments last night. Yes. And then thank you so much, Stinky Socks 1984. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for all that you do. And everybody that has shown up tonight, we appreciate every single last one of you equally.
Yes, and we did obtain all of these documents legally. Yes. They are real.
They are real.
And go check out my Google Drive that is there on my community post. I just downloaded the DOC documents because I didn't care to go over them myself.
So if somebody else wants to pick up on that, it's sitting there, I suppose.
The DOC documents are there.
Yeah, the DOC documents are there.
So I hope everybody has a very blessed evening, and please go out and do something great to change the world, please. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.